It's Friday, December 2nd, 2022. A quick video today. Markets just closed a little while ago, and it was pretty much flat across the board today. Nothing really big to report. Markets flat across the board. I do want to talk about these job numbers and a few other articles I printed out I want to share with you. Before I do, I was thinking earlier, being somebody who grew up in Chicago, it is beginning to get very, very cold back in the Midwest, the East Coast. Even here today, out here in the Palm Desert area, it's chilly. There is no sun today. It is chilly. It is gloomy. It is damp. And so it just made me think for a minute, what's happening back in the Midwest and the East Coast. It's getting cold. And people are really going to struggle here having to pay these enormous utility bills, heating bills. And it is now becoming a luxury for people in this country just to heat their homes. And this is going to put a lot of pressure on people now financially just to keep their homes warm, to keep their kids warm. They're having to make big choices now of how much food are they going to eat, how warm will they be able to keep their house, how long can they keep their house warm for. I'm sure a lot of people are going to have to cut out certain Christmas gifts just in order to pay their heating bills, to pay their food bills. But it is now going to be quite a luxury for people just to stay warm this winter. And so my heart goes out to these people having to make some very, very serious choices here. People are being put into positions that they shouldn't have to be. And it is just the average person now that is going to pay the price here for some really bad choices, some bad leadership. And we shouldn't have these astronomical heating bills when we have so much energy right here in America. Just something I was just thinking about today. If you want to comment on that, leave a comment down below. But let's talk about payrolls and wages. They blew past expectations, flying in the face of the Fed rate hikes. Non-farm payrolls increased 263,000 for the month versus the 200,000 expected. This is, in my opinion, just my opinion, not going to slow the Fed down. I believe now the Fed is going to have to reevaluate what just happened. And what does this mean for interest rate hikes in 2023? If we continue to see the stock market continue to go up, non-farm payrolls going up, what is the Fed going to do? I mean, to me, it would mean the Fed has to get even more aggressive, that what they're doing is literally having the opposite effect. They were supposed to be slowing down payrolls. They were supposed to be slowing down this job market. They were supposed to be slowing down the stock market, and it's having the opposite effect. So to me, it just shows that the Fed is not being aggressive enough, and that the Fed is going to have to get a lot more aggressive here and start slowing this down. If you believe the data, and that's another question, because all this seems very, very bizarre. When you think about the job numbers that we got today, yet it seems that every week it's 220,000 people filing first-time jobless claims. We look at all these massive layoffs, especially in tech, day after day, and yet we have a flood of jobs. And it seems like the stock market is invincible. And on top of all this, we are raising rates at a record pace, and we're getting these results. So it seems very, very bizarre to me. But let's talk about where some of these 263,000 jobs were at. Well, no surprise, leisure and hospitality, 88,000, healthcare and social assistance, 68,000, government jobs, another 42,000, construction, 20,000, information, 19,000, manufacturing, 14,000, and there's a few others. But again, we go over this every month. It's always leisure and hospitality, so we have more waiters, more waitresses, more coffee makers, more bartenders. So that's the majority of these jobs that were created last month. How does this continue to support the US economy with these type of jobs. And when you look at even these healthcare jobs, many of these healthcare jobs are very low paying jobs. Leisure and hospitality, probably 90% of those are part-time. Construction, information, manufacturing, most of the jobs that people are getting today are part-time. That's why people are having to work 2 and 3 jobs just to make ends meet, because these jobs are all part-time. They don't offer benefits for the most part, most of these jobs. They offer no opportunity to go up the ladder. So they're dead-end jobs too, most of these jobs. So again, no benefits, no opportunity to excel into higher positions. These are just low-wage jobs, 18, 20 hours a week, and I just don't see how this can continue to persist without the economy really beginning to show some problems. Here's one from The Hedge today. Something is rigged. Unexplained record 2.7 million jobs gap emerges in broken payrolls report. Again, we are seeing so many people being laid off. I don't think I can remember a time in decades where I've seen so many people getting laid off. People in the comments down below getting laid off. We read every day in tech, trucking companies, furniture companies, Amazon, real estate, mortgage industry, banking. People are getting laid off like crazy. We have a confliction here between non-farm payrolls and the household survey, which continues to telegraph weakness. So somebody, I think, is lying here. More people are losing their higher paying full-time jobs and switching into much lower paying benefits-free part-time jobs, which also forces many to work more than one job. So again, we do have a confliction between non-farm payrolls and the household survey. And I think the numbers that we got today, I think they're very manipulated. And we've talked about this before. How many of these people who got a job are working 2 and 3 jobs? How many of these 263,000 jobs, how many of these jobs are being worked by the same person? Same person taking on 2 or 3 jobs, maybe 4 jobs. So the data is, in my opinion, very, very manipulated. It's very corrupt. There is no doubt, from what I'm seeing from my analysts, from reading all this data and just connecting the dots, this economy is in big trouble. The job market is in big trouble. I think unemployment is much higher than anybody wants to admit. And again, it seems every week it's 220,000 people for filing first-time jobless claims, on top of all of the tech and all of the industries across America that are continuing to lay off workers. Here's another one from The Hedge. Marauding band of looters are stealing billions of dollars worth of merchandise as America descends into lawlessness. I wanted to expand on this article a little bit. ORC, that means organized retail crime. And this is happening from coast to coast and everywhere in between. Civilization, according to this article, is disappearing rapidly. Society is becoming unrecognizable. How many of you would agree with that? We have so many problems happening in this country right now. There's absolutely no leadership. The economy is now, I believe, in the beginning stages of a very, very serious depression. And we look at what's happening to society and the breakdown of society and civilization. People don't want to help other people. People just want to get what they want, get it quick satisfaction. I want it today. I'll put it on my credit card. I'll put it on a buy now, pay later. I'll put it on a payday loan. I want instant satisfaction right now. I don't care how far in debt I go, but I want to prove to everybody on social media that I'm somebody. So I can afford this steak dinner. I can afford to lease this car. I can afford to rent in this zip code. I want it right now, and I want to show everybody that I'm better than everybody. And when people need help, There's nobody there to help people. All people do is judge and tear down, and they just want to get what they want to get. They just want to get ahead, and they're going to step on other people to do it. And we have come a long way down the sewer here, ladies and gentlemen. Back in the day, people would be out helping other people. Churches would be out helping people. Churches have completely sold out. It is so sad. Now, there are exceptions. I understand that. For the most part, the churches have sold out. They're addicted to the offering tray, and it's all about money. It's all about business to the churches today. And there's going to be a very, very warm place in hell for many of these ministers and preachers of these churches who have misled so many people, have done nothing for the congregations, nothing for the country, nothing for the people. And they're going to be held accountable for what they've done. And I believe God is going to be very, very harsh on these certain people who just cared about the money, wearing the beautiful suits, living in the beautiful homes, driving the beautiful cars, all on the backs of people who had good intentions, who wanted to help. But these charlatans who just stole all their money, that money should have went to help people, especially poor people. These people have a place in hell waiting for them. But again, it's almost impossible to run a profitable business today in America unless you're a church. They seem to be doing quite well. But real businesses have to contend with organized retail crime. Target in the past year has lost about $400 million to theft. A highly civilized society is extremely difficult to create, ladies and gentlemen, but it's extremely easy to lose. And we are witnessing the loss of one daily right here in America. It is shocking. A Rite Aid, literally 10 minutes from where I'm making this video, shut down, gone, it's out of business. A big, big Rite Aid. They just could not handle the shoplifting. And businesses now, small, medium, and large, are having a very, very difficult time staying in business. And now they have to contend with organized retail crime on top of all their other problems, on top of a crumbling economy that's got to deal with a lawlessness, a civilization that is disappearing, a society that just doesn't care any longer. That's what they have to contend with. And we're going to look back many, many years ago and just ask ourselves what happened to this once great country. It's really sad watching what's taking place. I hope all of us enjoy this Christmas, because I think that the Christmases that follow this one are going to look a lot different. They're going to feel a lot different. I don't have a crystal ball. I'm not a prophet. I don't like to make predictions. But 2023, there is something telling me, something in my gut. 2023 is going to be a traumatic year for millions of people. It's going to be a traumatic year for this country, a traumatic year for business, a traumatic year for the real estate industry, for the stock market. You better get ready, ladies and gentlemen. And I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. But this is why I prepare with security. This is why I do my best to walk closer with God. This is why we've been putting food and water away. This is why we've been putting gear away. This is why we've been training. This is why I personally have been trying to get my body and my mind in better shape and better condition. I've been conditioning myself to get ready for what's coming. And I hope that all of you are doing the same. Some can do more than others. Some people have the monetary ability to prepare more than others. But even if you have a little, prepare the best that you can, because I believe that a little preparation is going to go a long way. And the more that you can do, that means that you're putting more odds in your favor to survive and to prosper in the worst of times. I'm going to leave it there today. Again, markets very, very flat today. Nothing really to report. But take this weekend and really evaluate where you and your family are at. Are there some things that you could do to put the odds in your favor? Are there some things you need to work on to strengthen your preparations? Where are the weak links? Take this weekend and strengthen them up a little bit, and make sure that you strengthen up your personal network of people. Make sure that you're hanging out with people that bring things to the table. There are so many people out here that offer absolutely nothing. People that you know that want to come to your table that offer absolutely nothing but talk. Make sure that the people that you align yourself with, that you hang out with, that they offer something, that they know how to do something, that they're prepared, that they're awake, and that if there's some type of emergency, these people are going to have your back. There's too many people out there that are willing to stab you in the back and take what you have. Very few people will actually support you and back you up and bring something to the table. A lot of people want something. Find those people that don't want anything but just want good community. They want a good, tight network, people they can trust with their families, people that they know got their back. That's what we need to be doing. We need to really be surrounding ourselves with like-minded people and taking this weekend to add to preparations, to add to training, to add to security, to thank God, say our prayers, and thank God for everything we have to give us direction, give us strength, and lead us. Have a phenomenal weekend. God bless all of you. Please give this video a thumbs up. Share my videos everywhere. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification so that you are alerted with the newest videos. God bless all of you. I look forward to speaking with all of you very, very soon.